I got an idea for an intro thing.
What's that?
You want to play hide and clap? And then intro music.
Wait, just hide and clap and then...
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yep.
Oh.
Welcome to the good, the bad, and the bloody. I'm Derek Brown, I am.
I'm Cody Bowden. Wait, really? What? You never just jump into it. I always usually just jump into it. Really, Derek? That's it?
Alright, fine. You want to take it from the top?
Oh, might. Good that. Australian. I like to take it from down under. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. So, we're just... Okay, wait. You know what? Fuck it. That's it. That's the intro. What you guys just heard before our little music, that was it.
You stumbling Dumbledore.
That was it. Oh man, it's too loud now. Hold on one sec.
Look what you did.
Okay, there we go. Just make it a little quieter. So it's a little easier to edit.
Chickadee. We watched The Conjuring.
Holy shit, we are getting right the fuck into it.
Because as people may know from listening to this, or retro listening to this, from whenever in the future you listen to this.
I like how we assume a lot of our listeners are going to be like way from the fucking future, that are just like reflecting on like, what did they do back in the 2000s, you know?
Well, son. Or more like grandson.
Like one kid's going to have these on like the archive, some like archive, because it's like, you know, he'll have his like, it's like a 5th grade science project. And it's like, I want you to do your report on 2010. And they'll be like, fuck.
Here's a report on the YouTubers that never became famous.
Oh, God. That's really fucking sad. Oh, dude, that would be a really sad fucking report.
Wouldn't it, though? So,
that would include a lot of people.
Yes, it would. More people than who are famous.
You know what, kid from the year 2089, doing your high school report on that sad subject? Dick. No, don't suck my dick. Fucking, we should suck his dick.
Oh.
Dude, he's doing a report on us. We should feel fucking honored. There's so many people that have not made it, and of all the people that have not made it...
Wait, did you say he's doing the report on it? It's she.
G?
Yeah.
G is? Because, everyone's gender binary in the fucking future. Nobody has dicks or vaginas. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Well, I was gonna say...
You white cis
I was gonna say we should suck G's...
Jizz dick.
Jizz. Well,
jizz genital area.
Or genitals. Or if they're asexual, we can play checkers with them.
Yeah.
You find us at we're probably, let's fucking face it, we're probably in a funeral home somewhere. Well, no, let's face it, dude. Okay, so you can get to me, find me. I'll probably still be in Idaho. Derek will probably be dead.
Maybe so.
So we'll go visit his grave.
My drinking's gonna get the better of me.
But yeah, no, I'll write you a letter of recommendation. I don't fucking know whatever you kids need now for your high school online classes. Of course, everything's online.
Yep.
Or should I say virtual reality?
Yes.
The virtual web. You know, fucking, I have no idea.
This kid is going to be the one that's virtually reality fucking his teacher. Or his teacher.
I feel like Hanna-Barbera right now, just trying to take a wild guess at what the near future might be like.
Oh, just the Jetsons.
Dude, I talked about this on a podcast a while ago. I don't know how many people listen to this, though, so I'm going to say it again. The Jetsons was supposed to take place in the year 2000.
Oh, shit.
Did you know that?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, the year 2000. And you know what? A cartoon written and, animated in, 1970?
Or 60s, one of the two.
I can't remember the Jetsons. I think the Jetsons was, late 70s. It was like Scooby-Doo. You know what? Google that, because it's a fairly old cartoon. It's a fairly old cartoon. Scooby-Doo was 70s, but I don't know. It feels retrograde compared to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was supposed to be a very, very near future. And that's honestly what people thought it was going to be like. And that is fucking terrifying. But now, so I think about it with that mindset, and I think a lot of stuff's going to be the same. But at the same time, the cool shit that we have that a lot of people just don't own because it's being worked on is pretty fucking cool.
Well, yeah, they thought of, the grand scheme of things. Kind of things like teleportation, jetpacks, flying cars back then. But they didn't think of phones that could carry the internet.
Yeah, that's a
them.
great point, because they would never think that...
They'd never look at a phone and go, that could also do this, and this could also do that.
Because here's the thing about predicting the future, guys. Don't look at your commodities and your assets and think, oh man, how would that be better if we had like unlimited imagination? Oh, I have a car. Maybe in the future they'll have flying cars. No, it's going to be something you're not going to predict. Like, if someone told me there's just this thing that we can all connect to, that we can share information and basically learn anything we want at any time, they'd be like, what the fuck? Like a library? And I'd be like, yeah. And like, what do we improve on the library? You know what? Guy from the 60s, go fuck yourself.
Oh man. It ran from 62 to 63 and then 85 to 87.
Was it 85 like just like reruns?
Revival series.
Wow.
So basically it's the Doctor Who of the Hanna-Barbera.
Oh my god.
Things.
And there's time travel. No,
because people are going to claim, it had episodes running from the 60s to the 80s. No, it didn't. It had episodes in the 60s and then episodes in the 80s.
Fucking
like you ask people who are Doctor Who fans, they've had this show since 63. No, they didn't.
Well, you ask them two things. You say, one, how have you found the courage to not end your life? And then the second question is, you know, something about the show.
That whole thing. Like, yeah. It aired the day after Kennedy got shot.
You know what?
That was its premiere day. And then it went from then to the 80s, and then went away. Or actually, it went from then to maybe like the 70s, and then stopped, had one movie in the 80s, went away again, and then started back up in 2005.
Well, you know what?
So it's not really like 50 years of Doctor Who. It's more like 50 minus like the 20 years in between.
Well, the Jetsons is a lot like Doctor Who. They have an episode where they go back in time and they meet the Flintstones.
Yes.
That was actually funny. You ever like watch the Flintstones? It's really shitty, but it's also really funny at the same time.
Yes.
Like you think about the Flintstones. Do you remember anything from the fucking Flintstones? No, but then you watch it and you're like, oh shit, it's like a family like dynamic. Like shit's actually happening. It's a sitcom.
It is.
But anyway, I was at the point.
So future person.
Yeah, watching this on your fucking space ball. That's what they call it now. The whole internet. No,
I love Spaceballs.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying we can't predict what's good. Like hell, 1 year ago, maybe even like 2 years ago, I'd say honestly, just to be safe, the fucking virtual reality mask. What was it called?
Oculus Rift.
Yeah, the Oculus. That was getting fucking huge. Facebook bought it.
If you know what that antique is,
yeah,
future person
for real. The prototype, the one that started it all, but you might not remember it for that future person because it got bought out by Facebook, and now it sucks dick.
Yep.
It's literally just a social media virtual reality thing now. That's what they're programming it for. Which doesn't make any sense. And also, it includes a headset, so now you can't wear whatever you want with it. Mm-hmm. And now there's this new thing called the HTC Vive or whatever.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Dude, it is fucking insane. It is crazy. You set up like a perimeter, and you get like two things that operate as your hands, basically. It's fucking amazing.
Weird.
You need to see this, dude.
I'll look it up after this.
Dude, I have a totally empty room over there. It's like that 15 by 15 room, too. I should just fucking set one up in there.
Oh, man. The future person listening to this is a 2013 movie.
Yes.
Taking place in the 1970s. So a century unbeknownst to you.
Wow, that would have been like 100 years ago.
For them.
Whoever educated. What's his name?
His name? I don't know.
I think their name is Chadwick. That's a really fucking douchey name. I feel like we're not really going forward with names.
We're regressing.
It could be like Chandrea. I mean, like, that's probably like an
Chandrea Chadwick.
That's an old school name for them, too. They're just like, I hate my name. All my friends' names are...
That's a Francis of now.
Yeah.
Seriously. Or Mildred.
Yeah, no, yeah, right? And then they're going to be like, oh, my friend's name is like... All my friends' names have 3 letters in them. Like Gur, or Zim, or
Tom.
Deb. You ever think about that? Dib? I love that. It's that Hot Diggity Demon cartoon where it's like, do you remember the last episode of Invader Zim? And at one point they point out, it's just like, everyone's name starts with 3, just has 3 letters. What is up with that? It's like Zamgur Dib,
Mm-hmm.
the girl's name, whatever her name
I
was.
don't get it.
Really fucking weird. But that might be the future, Derek. That might be the future.
Good thing I'll be dead.
Names are too long. We have to make it like LOL. Good thing you'll be dead. What year do you think you'll die in?
It doesn't matter.
I contribute nothing.
Doesn't matter to me. I'll be dead.
Holy shit.
Can't come quick enough.
Can't come enough. No children. I have no children. I couldn't come enough. My future doesn't matter. I'm dead. Derek, we'll dedicate this we'll play this at your funeral.
Good.
You die. They'll be like, oh wow, he predicted that shit, right?
Good.
Anyway, I hope you do come enough because we watched The Conjuring, like you were saying.
Yeah, the 2013 movie that walks like a 70s flick.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by James Wan, who's probably by now in the year 2089 regarded as like the Hitchcock of our time.
You bet. Probably.
I'd say so.
Yeah, most likely.
This movie tells the thrilling story of ghost hunters Lorraine and Ed Warren, who help a family terrorized by an evil spirit in their mysterious farmhouse. So
It was a farmhouse?
it's a farmhouse.
I never really got that notion, though.
Because all the houses back then were big anyway.
Yeah.
And it was on a plantation kind of
Yeah.
deal. It's an older house from the
There were cornfields.
1800s maybe.
Was there a cornfield?
maybe
Oh, man.
big enough to have all their slaves and their cornfields.
Jeez. It was not a plantation house, was it?
No, they said farmhouse, but
No, that's a good way to get around it.
yeah.
Wow, look at these reviews. The Chicago Sun-Times, one of the scariest movies ever made. Well, you have not seen my Lamaze classes videos. No, I'm just kidding. My Pilates videos.
But as far as it's a paranormal activity kind of film and not the paranormal activity film, so it's a lot better already.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's just one of those types of movies like the Amityville Horror or Insidious, but without, looking into that movie if you've never seen it.
It's basically Poltergeist, but without...
It's the haunted house genre, but it takes a few clever turns to make it kind of really out there and revolutionary, in my opinion. But I speak too soon.
Really? Well, there's some crazy good shots in this movie.
Yes.
They stopped being crazy after a while, though. But the effects, the practical effects, remain amazing still.
Yes.
That's interesting about this movie. When they don't have good camera work, they're doing something on screen that's not CGI that's pretty cool.
Yes.
And I didn't really notice that last time I watched it. Like, the scene I always made fun of and I always laugh at, I just realized this time, I was like, how did they do that? How did they do that?
They had to have a machine there, but the machine's not on screen.
I mean,
But
it's complicated, man.
the devil in this, besides the actual devil in this,
Yeah.
because it's not a devil, it's a witch, the devil really is in the details of why this movie's pretty dang good, after all.
I see what you did there.
Because this movie not only focuses on the requisite family and their haunted house,
Yeah.
it also focuses, like we read off the blurb, on the two people that come in and slay some demon
Well,
ass,
I mean, they
you
don't.
know?
But that's not their. They don't try to do that. You know, they're not like there to slay demons. They're just there to figure it out, and they just so happen to have to. They were going to wait for the Vatican to get back to them on that. They had to wait for the Catholic Church, but they didn't have time, so they had to. And that's kind of cool too, because it makes it more believable. Because if you saw a movie that was just like the fucking, The Darkness, where it's like some fucking Mexican bitch and her stupid cunty daughter, and then just walking in the house, so, oh yeah, we'll cleanse the house.
I think it's especially good we watched this after watching The Darkness,
Oh yeah.
because this is the kind of movie you need as a pick-me-up to remind yourself, hey, there are good horror films out there
Yeah.
of this type.
For real, because it's like shit. Do we can't wait any longer? We have to exercise. But like, I don't know.
Except instead of the sweet-ass Kevin Bacon, you kind of settle with Ron Livingston
Yeah.
as the dad.
But you mentioned it too. That you said there was like too many movies where they just come in and they just call a random person and they just happen to be the right person.
Yeah. There's a scene that I didn't remember from the last time I'd seen this. I haven't watched this movie in like a year, and you were saying you haven't watched this for like a year or two.
Yeah, probably longer than you have.
So, there's a scene where before Ed and Lorraine get to the actual family that's being haunted in this house. They take care of another case where this wife and husband hear creaky noises in their house.
Yeah.
And they're convinced it's haunted, so they call these two to come in. And they're like, oh my god, there's the noises again. And Lorraine goes, all right, Ed, what'd you do over there? And he's like, well, I'm stepping on this floorboard here.
and he's like, you don't got a ghost problem, you have a dumbass problem.
Yeah, you've got a pipe problem.
You got shitty pipes.
Between this, the pipes going crazy, and the wind blowing in on it, that's why you hear it all throughout the house.
And that scene's awesome, because then it kind of takes you out of, like, just crazy demonic shit happening for a second, and then you just kind of realize, like, yeah, these people are just, like, actually doing a job. Yeah. They're not trying to fucking swindle anybody. Nobody's paying them, really, to do these things.
And not every ghost story in a ghost movie is a ghost story.
Yeah, and they don't come in like fucking like the Poltergeist, which is the one of the reasons I hated the original. Well, I didn't like it so much. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really rate it that well.
Yeah, you like the remake a lot better.
Yeah, and one of the reasons is because they don't walk in there going like, I'm a fucking super wizard demon fighting badass. I know exactly what's going on. I'm gonna get rid of it for you, and I'm just gonna be the coolest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Even the cool motherfucker in the remake of the Poltergeist was like cool about it. He was like, yeah, I've done this before, but like, look, it took off half my leg.
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck. And he's like, I've never seen such power.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah. Too many movies. Too many movies have like the all-powerful fucking, like, spell diffuser nigger. I don't remember.
The Warren... These ghost hunters are more humble and down-to-earth about their jobs.
Without a doubt.
They do. Like, it even opens with a case, or a case that they're showing off, which is with the Annabelle doll that everyone knows from this movie, and its shitty spin-off, Annabelle.
Which isn't a prequel, is it? It's just a...
It's a spin-off prequel kind of thing.
It's a prequel?
Yes.
A sprequel.
It makes me want to sprint right out of there.
Oh, shit.
But I Reader's Digest. They show the film, and all those people are like, so what do you call yourselves? Or what do people call you? And they're like, demonologists, ghost hunters, and then the wife goes, kooks. They know that they're not a popular
No, yeah. And that's cool. And that pulls a lot. But you know what, though? That also is a good way to, like... Legitimize? I don't know. Make yourself legit, I guess.
Sure.
Because then you're just like making fun of yourself. It's like, oh, he must be the real deal if he's aware of himself. Self-awareness is the key to consciousness, or whatever the fuck they say.
and the other thing I just remembered, and that I mentioned, I know a few minutes ago, but it just re-clicked, is in this movie, it's not a demon or a ghost, or it is actually a ghost, but it's not a demon that's, possessing somebody. Usually in these kind of possession movies, it is a demon or it is the devil.
Yeah.
In this movie, it was a woman who practiced witchcraft and died.
That's interesting. And it's very subtle how they say that, but it's not present at all when you watch it. It's basically just like a demon movie, but it makes sense because it's like, how are there always just a demon randomly? Yeah. Like, come on, there's got to be a fucking reason they're there. And that makes sense because if she was practicing that shit, killing people, then like... house would be full of all that energy, right? Her spirit would still be around.
Yep.
She cursed the fucking place.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like the whole feel of this movie, too. 70s is always fucking cool.
Everybody feels very lived in this movie. Like, nobody comes off as Hollywood glamorous.
No. And the child actors in this movie are great, man.
Yeah, as compared to The Darkness or The Other Side of the Door or other shit that came out this year.
How is it so hard for modern movies to find child actors now? Like, even fucking Unfriended, like... Dude, those kids work for nothing already. You can go to the fucking drama department at any high school, pick the best of the litter, and say, hey, man, we want you for an hour just to sit at your Skype desk and read the lines. Read the lines.
For God's sakes, yes.
I don't know. I'm baffled. And the kid was really good. That really little kid, fucking awesome. Like, she cried at the right time.
April, I think her name was, in this movie.
And it was so believable.
Yeah. Everybody was top-notch. One thing also that I noticed at the beginning is usually in, like, your lower tier of these movies, there's always the kid, usually a teenage child, goes, I hate this place. I wish we never moved here.
Yeah.
All that stuff. She said it, and then they quickly just kind of went, okay, now now that that's out of the way, let's get to the story again.
When did she say that?
When the Perrin family first moves in, the oldest daughter goes, "Yeah, but I'm not gonna have any friends." You know,
well, she's very understanding. Afterward.
I like Jersey better. Which, come on now.
Well, you gotta. I mean, if a kid doesn't say that, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, kids will say that
because like a kid that age would have they have connections, and especially in a time like that, they just lose it all.
They don't have Facebook or cell phones back then.
But also, like, if they didn't mention it, I feel like I would notice that as opposed to me just completely ignoring that they did. Because then I'd just be like, well, what the fuck did the girls think about this? Like, is it literally just the mom and dad freaking out? Like, no, it can't be real.
Yeah, it's just I've seen a lot of bad haunted house flicks where the whole character trait of a kid in a movie is, I told you we shouldn't have moved here. Yeah. Or, I hate this place. I want to go back. Well, we could, but this house was a lot cheaper. We needed to move here. Yeah. Or, I hate this place still.
No, it's some genuine reactions, especially when they're interacting with the spirits like the girls are. And they're talking to each other. They're just like, it's right behind the door. It's right behind the door. Oh, and she doesn't go like, there's nothing behind the door, stupid. And then she gets grabbed or some stupid shit. She just like genuinely walks over and goes, I don't see anything. Like, go back to bed.
Yeah. Nowadays it'd be like, what are you, gay?
Yeah. And then she'd be like, loser, I'm going to go back to bed. Rolls over. Oh, I'm still scared. You know, that's what it would be.
No kids in movies nowadays give a shit.
No. They're as cynical as
a cynical pie.
Yeah, it's like adults nowadays.
The cynicism hits your pie like a giant pizza pie.
Yeah, I think they forget, like, even a fucking 13-year-old's going to be a little spooked, even if, like, their younger brother or sister is saying, hey, there's a spooky monster under my bed. I'd be like, is there? I'm just saying, dude. Like, as a parent, if my kid came up to me and said, hey, Dad, there's some fucking skeletons and shit in my closet, I'd be like, oh, shit, nigga, I ain't going in there. Yeah. Better find out what's in there,
You wouldn't be like, haha, kids and your drugs.
No, I'd be like, you loser, go to bed. But then secretly I'd be like, oh, fuck, I better check out that closet.
Yeah.
And you bet your ass I'm bringing a bat with me.
Yes.
A bat with nails. Specifically, ghost nails.
And here's another thing that sets this apart from the other things.
Yeah.
Is it does, like I did mention earlier, it does focus on both sides of the paranormal pram.
Yeah.
You know, the hunters and the family. But we do get a character arc for Lorraine Warren, you know?
Yeah, which is cool.
Because they had kind of stopped doing the real big investigations. Because at one point they mentioned she had this traumatic event where they were doing an exorcism. And the dude ends up grabbing her and stares her like real long in the eyes, and she's a clairvoyant, which made her trip out.
I guess she saw some shit. You know what? She could have actually like experienced hell for a little bit.
Yeah,
dude, that would.
And we don't know because they never show us. But so whatever you conjure up in your head,
Could you imagine for like a good 10 seconds of being in hell?
No,
dude, it's literally hell.
If it's anything like Constantine, I wouldn't want to go.
If it's like Billy and Mandy Girl Adventures.
Oh man,
maybe. It's no big deal. Underworld there is okay. It's a cool place.
Or Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yep.
I'd deal with it.
Just dark.
It's non-heinous.
No, most heinous, dude. No, but like I couldn't imagine. Dude, I would never recover from that. I would be like,
fuck no.
Yeah.
But she sits there and says, like, it's the husband that decides, hey, maybe you should stay back. And she goes, no, I'm putting my foot down. We started this investigation. I'm finishing it. Even though it shapes up to be like the most horrifying thing they've dealt with at all. Yeah. She still was just like, nope.
Because
we're doing it.
Together, forever, marriage. Some
God brought them together.
Yeah, something about the sanctity of marriage, too. It's kind of cool. It's just like nice little touches to the divinity. Because people forget that. They think it's all about demons, but like, what the fuck do you think fights the demons?
Yeah,
guys.
There's a.
Do you think it's just a magic book that
two sides to every coin?
Yeah, no, like there has to be like the fucking spirit of Jesus and stuff coming in there slapping the demon out of her, right? Like it's not like a dude with a book and the demon's like, oh, I fucking hate that book. I hate when people read out loud to me. No, dude, like that calls upon the spirits of God.
I hate 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. I don't know. That's why I like movies like Constantine, because you just fucking see the battles. You actually see them duke it out, and it's like, oh shit, sometimes the devil can be stronger than
there is a constant war going on.
But yeah, that's some fun shit right there.
It's not often you get a character arc in a horror film.
No, but it's cool.
It was great to see.
It. This is a fun movie as far as storyline goes. And there's a lot of good jump scares that aren't jump scares too, and I appreciate that.
Or as we call them, just scares.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
The non-jump scare at the end, as you called it.
Dude, yeah, I just realized I basically just said scares.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
It had a few jump scares, but good.
Just used to everything jumping out at me, man.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fucking fair.
Instead, in this one, they just swooshed right over to the scare, you know?
But, like, throwback to the episode before this,
The Woman in Black.
yeah, like, that's a movie that did jump scares really well. Because there's the suspense and then just the regular scares, as well as jump scares, placed perfectly in between, except for near the end where Jump Scare Palooza. That gets a little extreme. Mm-hmm. But this movie did the same thing well, except the other way around. Mm-hmm. Very little jump scares, placed suspense very well. Moments where they cut off sound made it kind of like a jump scare, but nothing happened, but it's still fucking just as scary because you want something to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really good. Derek, what would you say your favorite scene was?
My favorite scene is one you mentioned where the girl sits up in bed after she's had her leg pulled on a couple times.
Yeah.
She wakes up and she looks under the bed, sees nothing under the bed, to which I was like, oh, that's right. There's no dickhead under the bed, you know?
But how scary would it... See, how scary would it have been, though, if there was something under the bed?
Yeah.
But then we would have both
sitting
been
off
like...
in the corner.
We would have been like, oh, yep, I'm in the bed, whatever.
But then she sits back up, senses something in the room, looks over at behind their door in her bedroom.
Well, she sees the door open while she's looking under the bed.
Yeah. And so she looks over, and she sees behind the door something.
Yeah.
That we do not get to see at all.
We not even at the end when it kind of spooks you a little.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You see absolutely nothing, but she starts crying and freaking out. And her sister wakes up, and she's like, there's nothing here. She, like, even walks into the same area, and she's like, see, there's nothing here. And she's like, it's right behind you.
And then the door just fucking slams shut.
Yeah, you hear that low growl kind of thing, like...
Yeah. And then...
Slam!
Yeah.
Oh,
scary as shit.
So great.
And, like, even the slam isn't, like... It doesn't, like, cut to it and, like, jump scares you. It's just, like... You can see it swinging. On that
same shot.
Yeah, you see it swinging before it slams, but it definitely, like, slams. And that's when you're like, oh, fuck.
This was a movie I specifically told my mom to watch. She called me from California, and she's like, is there any good scary movies out? And I said, Mom, you gotta watch this one. Like, it deals with exorcism, so maybe you're not gonna watch it now that I told you that.
Yeah. Because
she doesn't like dealing with that stuff, even in just movies.
Really?
But she called back like a week later and said, oh my god, that part specifically
women
scared the shit out of her.
I found a lot of women are scared of exorcism movies. Maybe because most exorcism involve a woman.
Yes.
Like, they're almost always women that are being exorcised.
Little girls especially.
Yeah, like my ex-girlfriend, she loved exorcism movies, but she was also the most scared of those. Which was really weird, considering most exorcism movies are kind of shit. Or just maybe dated. They're just not as scary as they could be.
Yeah.
And
that's why you got to do one back in the day. Which was a Wednesday, by the way.
Oh, my.
But anyway.
I didn't know that.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite scene? Oh, man, there's so many scenes where I just go, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
But...
you don't get quite your pick as the Woman in Black, but...
No. That's
where you get quality over quantity here.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. I would argue maybe the opposite with that because there's a lot of jump scares, but I don't know. Okay, with this one, though... oh, man, favorite scene. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about this, but I think I'm going to go with the non-horror part.
Ooh.
The part where, like, the cop has, like, a shotgun, and he's assisting this, and the door is locked, because there's a part where she, like, the possessed mom takes the child back to the house, because they leave for a bit, and then she takes him there to kill the child, and it's like, oh shit, we gotta stop him. The door is locked, the front door, and the cop that's assisting them grabs a shotgun and just blows the door open. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh, the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays it'd be like, do you have a warrant? It's like, fucking, I don't know, man.
Jackass.
I just don't feel like they would be as involved as they were back then. Back then,
they didn't have cops in new movies anyway.
Your cop was like your neighbor.
Yeah.
But now it's like, who are the cops? Like, I don't know a single name of any cop here besides a retired chief of police because he taught a class. That's it.
That's it.
But back then it was like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, thank God we have him around.
Yeah.
And also, he's a figure of the law, and back then they respected cops.
Yeah.
So they would have believed his word.
Yeah.
Even with all the video footage and audio footage they got.
Sure, but you know what? Maybe I'll go with the chair scene. There's a scene where like they tie her up to a chair.
That you previously hated.
Yeah, in the back, in the cellar, in the basement. And then she lifts off the ground in the chair and flips upside down and then pins herself to the ceiling. So she's like sitting on the ceiling basically. And it's like kind of silly how she's floating there and then she flips upside down. And it's like, what the fuck? But at the same time, it's like, if I saw that, like I said to you, I even said to you during the movie, I was like, what the fuck would you do if you saw that? Besides shit, whatever you have left in your bowels.
After all the previous shit.
Yeah, because right now your pants are full, but now you can make them just like maximum crapacity. Yeah, that's how I like to call it.
By this point, somebody's also almost been shot. Yeah. The cop has gotten his cheek bitten out. You know,
dude, you have quite the load in your pants already.
Oh boy,
this is like
I've got quite the load for this movie.
This will just destroy your fucking underpants.
Oh, I've seen
it. And also, how did they do it? How did
they do it?
But anyway, Derek, what's your least favorite scene in this entire movie?
Gosh
is not a scene, Derek. I fucking hate when people do that. It's like, kill yourself.
Oh wow. Not a noose long enough.
Oh.
I think it actually had to be the Annabelle business in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that because it's irrelevant.
And not necessarily because it's bad.
It's just irrelevant.
But mostly because of what it led to, which is the Annabelle movie.
Which has nothing to do with The Conjuring.
No, not at all. Really? Except for the doll itself and how it came to look like a hideous beast of a doll.
But, like, what does it have to do with the little girl that's the daughter of the clairvoyant? And what does it have to do with the storyline here?
It has nothing to do with anything there. It's just good opening stuff. Like, it sets up the world in which we're about to watch, but it did lead to the Annabelle movie. So that's why I'm sending it, and it's going to hell for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I had no legitimate bad scene other than that in this movie.
Derek, I totally just remember what my favorite scene actually is.
Oh, no.
Because, I mean, that chair scene's great. But, real quick, I'm just going to make an amendment here. Never done that before, but I will now. There's a scene where the little girl is locked in a room, and there's the fucking Annabelle doll on the rocking chair.
Yes.
And this is, like, separate. Like, it's attacking the doll or whatever. And, like, she's trying to get out, and the doll is gone, but the chair is still rocking. And she's like, let me out. And then, like, you can see behind her the chair is, like, rocking, but it's still rocking, but it slowly starts turning towards her. And it's just like, oh my golden rings. I would be fucking out of there.
Yeah. Between last episode and this episode, I've learned that you really are terrified of rocking chairs.
Oh, dude, no. Just like when there's no one in them. I don't know if that's like from Luigi's Mansion or some shit, but I really fucking hate that.
Oh, I was just going to ask, like, what did your grandparents do to you?
Dude, I have a rocking chair, and like, it would not be scary to me if that was rocking on its own. I wouldn't really react to it that much, but something about like these rocking chairs in this movie, like,
and the woman in black.
Yeah, well, the fact that in this one it's like turning towards her, like it's an animal. And the woman in black was scary because it was so violent, and it didn't stop when he was looking at it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, what? Like, you can't explain that shit.
Oh, Cody, you and your rocking chairs.
Me and my rocking chairs.
But what's your worst scene?
Fuck, dude, I don't... There's some silly stuff in this movie. Not as much silly stuff as you would think. Not stupid enough to... I think it would be when she first discovers that one of her daughters has found a little music box. And it's like, hey, if you look in the mirror, you can see my friend. And she's like, okay, whatever, haha. And she's staring into it. And then she just keeps staring into it. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh my god, is there actually something in the mirror? But it's like, no, there's not, you fucking bitch. And there never was the first time.
So, yeah, not the first time.
Yeah, so it just randomly built up suspense for no reason. That would be like if
the kid jump scared, like, I got you, Mom.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That'd be like if a kid came up to me and was like, here, if you look into this rock, you can see your future. And I'm just like, okay, Billy. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a fucking minute. And then I just keep staring into the rock and all of a sudden, I'm just fucking with you. Like, no.
All hail the magic conch.
I would never be like, wow, look at that rock. And then all of a sudden go like, wait a minute, maybe I can. No, I would just be like, fuck you, kid. It's a game. Haha, play along with you. You're too stupid to know sarcasm anyway. Here's your rock back.
You are the Squidward to its magic conch.
Yeah, no, go kill themselves. Conch him on the face.
What would you rate this movie?
Oh man, you gonna ask for my rating first?
Yes, because I already know. You know what mine's gonna be, and I know what mine's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
So you get yours.
Oh yeah, and our updated video format, we're gonna have that rating right there. Oh shit! Hopefully,
Yeah.
I will definitely for sure. I give this movie out of 10 spooks
8.5.
8.5.
8.5?
8.5.
Cool.
I don't know where the half came from.
It's the non-jump scare at the end.
Because
you know how we take a half spook away for jump scare endings.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was good because it wasn't a jump scare. It was just like, oh, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm just like that dumbass mom who thought there was something in the mirror. Fuck me.
No, it would be an 8 if it did have the jump scare, but you add it because
because it was a clever non-jump scare. Very smart, guys.
We have to give it things for not doing things.
Basically,
if we can reward a movie for doing something,
we can reward it for doing something else that alludes to it, but then not doing it. Mm-hmm. It's like counterculture, man. I'm thinking it's a fucking valid reason. Anyway, Derek, what do you give this movie out of 10 spooks?
Let's keep it non-climatic. I'm going to give it a damn 10 out of 10.
Holy fucking shit.
It's one of my favorite scary movies I've seen in the last few years. As I told you before we started recording, it's probably my favorite one since the turn of the century. So since 2000, it's probably the best one I've seen.
Wow.
In the last 16 years.
Do you have a history with this movie, though?
Not really. Like, I went and saw it with me and a couple of my siblings, I think, at the time, and I was just like, wow, this is a really good movie. And then I got out of... Or I knew it was by the same dude that did Insidious, and at the time I didn't like Insidious as much as I do now. And I was like, well, maybe he can do better with this one. I have no idea. Like, I knew nothing about this movie coming in, except for the trailer with the stupid hide and clap thing in it. So I was just like, oh man, this movie might suck.
Yeah,
but it also looks good.
But that's what a lot of people, I think, as well as you, audience, you might memorize this movie just for that. And that's okay. That's okay.
But it is better than that.
Because it was scary.
It has a better hide and clap scare
in the movie.
But not to totally give it away.
Dude, I would be so pissed if they shot. Also, you can't show that and have it like be explained in the trailer because because then they'd have to like allude to the fact that it's the only kid in there is that one kid, and you can't really fill that in the trailer.
Yes, they'd have to show that whole scene as the trailer.
Basically,
the one that they did in the movie is the perfect trailer shot, but it's not what you should base your whole opinion on this film about.
No, not at all.
But anyway, yeah, my 10 comes from, it's a solid script, awesome performances from everybody involved, from child to cop to exorcist.
Fair enough.
You know,
and I might...
Great special effects, great direction. I think it's James Wan's best film he's ever done.
Really?
Better than The Saws.
Well, yeah.
Better than Furious 7. Better than Dead Silence. Better than Insidious 1 or 2.
But, I would probably give it a 9. But there was this shit with the Annabelle.
Yes.
Made no sense. There's a lot of time-wasting bits in there, but they were good. They weren't bad. They were just not really relevant. And also, this is interesting, because it's one of those stories that it's about the ghost hunters, but you don't realize it. Like, you totally think it's going to be about the family the whole time.
Yes.
But then it kind of flips the script. Like, it doesn't do it does the reverse poltergeist. It's like, well, what the fuck about the people that come in?
Yes, it does.
So,
and, yeah.
God bless this movie.
I didn't think that it needed a sequel.
No.
But
yeah,
I'm totally open arms about a sequel to this because it's focusing on the paranormal team,
which is what we're gonna watch next time, guys. So if you're down to clown, I'm gonna put a post on Facebook. I'm gonna say whoever wants to go to the Conjuring 2, come with us. But also, guys, if you haven't seen the first one before, don't fucking sweat it. We want some outside views on it. We want someone that can detect if there's sequelitis involved.
Yes.
We want someone to just look at it and go, hold on a second. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And if so, they can tell us, because we can't really take ourselves out of a movie. Especially if we've seen the previous storyline, you can't forget it. You're not going to be like, oh, look at this objectively. It's hard to do that with movies.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier with the Marvel movies. It's impossible.
After a while, it gets hard.
It's impossible. So, we're going to do that. Do you have any final thoughts about the movie, though, Derek? I would say definitely see it.
Yeah, definitely see it.
But you know what?
There hasn't been a person I haven't run across that I haven't recommended it to.
Is James Wan directing this one?
Yes, he is.
Did he direct Annabelle?
He did not.
Okay, then go watch it.
That was actually directed by his cinematographer on all of his movies post-Saw.
Well, I feel like that would not be bad at all.
So it looks tangentially like a James Wan film.
But it's not.
Because it's the same dude that operates the camera behind the scenes.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's the same dude that does the cinematography on this movie.
But you know what, guys? It's one of the rare 10 out of 10s, especially by our Spookmaster Derek. I mean...
Spookmaster General.
Spookmeister in general. Yeah, no, for real. So, guys, definitely fucking see this. And if it's anything like the second one, hopefully... Well, if the second one is anything like this one...
And John R. Leonetti. He's the one that did Annabelle.
Okay.
So superficially, it looks almost on par, but it's not quite.
The same movie. Yeah.
It's in the uncanny valley of shittiness.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, guys, definitely come with us. We'll probably go on a Friday or a weekend.
Come along on this fantastic voyage.
Yeah, it'll be convenient to you. We won't go at like a Wednesday, like at like 12.
Oh, it's coming out on Friday anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So it'll be a weekend.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, you want to go see a movie? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What time? It's like, Thursday, 2 p.m. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Fuck that noise.
Like, go to hell. I hate you.
Bathsheba, go to hell.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess we're going to have a lot of updates coming up soon, guys. We're running out of time on this episode, so either me or Derek and myself are going to make just a little update video because I want to catch people to speed on what the fuck's going on with this channel. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. We're going to be shooting some videos.
This is a reboot. We're going to do a reboot. We're going to get serious about some stuff, hopefully.
Yeah. You certainly made it serious in this room with all the sound foam.
Oh, yeah. Everything's going to be fucking changing, but it's just going to be more content, more fun for us to film.
It's only just begun.
Yeah. I feel like the more we build on this stuff, the more fun it'll be to film it.
Yes.
Because it'll be easy to. Because now I have all those programs. We're not going to have to go, oh, fuck, we got to do this, dude. Like, we got to get that set up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so join us next time, guys.
Whether you like it or not. No. I just wanted to throw that in before I forget.
Oh, God. Well, it's too late now, Terry. Stay tuned for the update video. But they'll fucking know, because I'll put it on everything. Everything I can. I'll make a Twitter.
No.
And then put it on Twitter.
No.
Fucking rip your tit off. That's what I'll do.
Why don't you just go make a Tumblr account while you're at it?
I'll call it Titler.
Whore.
What if we didn't have Tumblr?
No.
What the fuck would we put on it? Just dank memes.
Oh, okay.
We need to just make a meme page. That's what we don't have.
I'm a meme machine.